Yeah, why don't we hop into that a little bit? Because I think that's a really pressing issue for the industry today is passing the torch to the next generation. There's big boom of proprietors that started in the 60s, and now a lot of them are getting that age where the kids are starting to take over. Do you have any advice or thoughts on the best way to go about that?
I think some years in the past have been waves of people leaving. I want to talk about our core values because that has something to do with passing it on. Very simple, keep it clean, keep it friendly, keep it professional. And if you subscribe to those and they're simple, a simple message, but it's very profound if it's executed right. So what does that mean? Got to keep the bathrooms clean, first thing. Got to be professional, got to be friendly, got to be consistent. It depends on who our customers are, right? You want consistent food for the recreational people. You want consistent lanes for the league people. So unfortunate, my son really runs most of it. He subscribes to those values. He passes them on to the others. My daughter is involved to a lesser degree, same value system. My granddaughter's a great party hostess. It's measured by how much money she makes. I should be the party hostess. She should run the show. But, she keeps it friendly. She makes sure the orders are there and it trickles down. And I marvel. Now, this is 4 generations from my father, right? And this kid is sitting at the table and saying, I didn't like how to handle the situation. I might have been her boss.
Yeah.
And it's okay. My father taught her well, though she never met him.
Right. It's in the blood. Yes. So then I guess.
So once you have the core values done, you could pass it on. I mean, you can't have this conversation without talking about the zillion-pound gorilla in the room. And some people have opted to move on by selling to Bolero. Not what I want to do. I'm happy my kids are involved. Probably if I was a 75-year-old without kids involved, selling it to a young guy like you or to a big group like that would be an option.
Right.
Not anything I want to do. I want to pass it on. I want them to fill that box, those 4 walls with whatever is necessary to keep customers coming in. Dynamic changes all the time.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're saying really, if you have the core values, then everything kind of flows back up to that and you all have kind of a shared mission and a lot of it takes care of itself.
Yeah. I don't know what you call that in the real world. I just say, let's do it right or not do it at all.
Yeah. Core values. That sounds exactly right. What about as far as, if you don't want to get into this, we don't have to, but as far as the transferring ownership, do you offer any pieces of it, or is it something to hand down the road, or do you have any thoughts on what that looks like?
Since it's a family business, that's where that part's going. But from us as employers, I want my employees to have good benefits. I want them to be taken care of. Healthcare to be affordable, which is crazy. To that end, we went to a PEO, which is a professional employment organization, which means we work for a third party, and we do that so that we could secure benefits more cheaply with a more dynamic set of benefits as far as healthcare, which changes with 5 or 6 companies like we've had through the years. Right. Every 2 months, we were negotiating healthcare. So finding a way to just do it once a year allows us to spend our time more valuably. Besides that, we match 4% for a 401k. So anyone, and we probably have more, we break the rules when it comes to how many full-time employees should you have. Yeah. We have a ton of them, and I'm happy. Our payroll costs are high. Our turnover is low.
Yeah.
The quality staff member that we have who stays is phenomenal. I'm in awe of them, and I want them to have something. So you might be a porter and you might put 10 years in and you might have $8,200 in an account that you wouldn't have had.
Right.
Depending on the stock market, could have 4 years ago it was 16,000. But the concept is they feel they have a sense of ownership.
Yeah.
And part of that core value is we're family, but you're extended family. It's your livelihood. Run it like it's yours.
Yeah.
And when I sit with the people, especially newer ones, because I think fresh eyes are really great. I'll say, okay, if you had my job, what's the first thing you would do? And one woman said to me in one of the places that was relatively new to us, I'd get rid of the toxic employees. And I said, toxic? Let me think about it. Who's toxic? And there were two. And we kissed them goodbye eventually, and we were better for it. So fresh eyes and old ears. If you listen, you might learn something.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially the people who are in there every day, right? They see it all. But I like that they feel like they're taken care of. Even if you said it's $8,200 over the course of years, they still have the ability to do that. They feel like you care.
But if you live paycheck to paycheck, that's a windfall.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It means a lot to them. Hey, did you like this video? Great. We make 10 of them a week. Subscribe to learn more and keep learning about what's working in the industry. Talk to you then.